Okay, so Makkale, this live is so special. உங்களுக்கு மட்டும் இல்ல, எனக்கும் ரொம்ப special because we've got Sankaji with us today. So hi Sankaji, how are you?
Hi, Shobs. I'm very well, and thank you very much for having me on the show.
Oh, that's so seriously. It's a great honor for us, and definitely we need to give a small introduction because he's such a truly a legend. So definitely, we should say that looking at you, it's so refreshing always, and you are one such articulate person, and you've always been perspective in whatever you've done, and you've been doing everything so well. So thank you so much for all that, and keep always doing that, Sankaji. We always love you.
Thank you very much, Shobs. I'm very flattered. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And please do say hi to all our audience who's watching this live today.
Well, hi to everyone. Great to be on the show and speak to Shobs and then speak to all of you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sankaji. And yes, in saying that, the first thing what I would like to ask you is because we know we all of us have been in this lockdown. And what do you think after this lockdown, the future cricket is going to be?
Well, we have an indication of what it might be like in the near future. There have been talk about how to get back to playing any kind of sport in a very secure and safe environment where, safety and precautions when it comes to the health of both the players and the participants and the spectators is always considered to be the most important. So we've had new rule changes where you can't use saliva to shine the ball in cricket, new restrictions in terms of biosecure environments, field placing restrictions in terms of social distancing, having no spectators at the stadium, having various PCR blood tests to ensure that all the participants are deemed clear to participate in sport. So there are a lot of things, like even simple things like touching your face. And there's cautions against this. It's very difficult as a cricketer not to do that, not to shine the ball with your saliva. Even the umpires are asked not to receive caps and sunglasses or any other item from players and keep it in their hands. So it'll be a new normal for everyone, but people will have to really understand why those changes are made and really come to terms with it and get on with sport. And we don't know how long those changes will last. Hopefully not for long, but we really don't know.
Definitely. Well said. And in saying that, so how is this quarantine period going for Sankaji? So what are you exactly doing at home?
Well, lots of things that maybe I haven't had the time to do before. Spending a lot more time at home, getting things done around the house when I can, helping with kids and household chores. The children are on distance learning platforms, so that you've got to. My wife and I spend a lot of time trying to help them and be with them so they know what so they do their lesson plans properly. Mm-hmm. My wife has been very active in social service work, so I tag along with her on that. So trying to help daily wage earners all around the country, anyone who's in need of food and help. So it's been an interesting period. It's been hard in some ways, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of negative impacts, but at the same time, there have been a lot of things that we have done as a family that's been very positive.
Awesome, super. So yes, coming back to cricket again. So what's your general opinion on this dual captainship?
On the
dual captainship?
Oh, you mean having two captains for different formats?
Yes.
Well, it depends. If one person, like Virat Kohli, plays almost every format and he'll be captaining every format, there'll be other countries where you'll have the captain of the test side, who's probably your best test player, unable to, be your best one-day player, or the captain of the one-day side. So selection processes have changed over the years, where you have specialists now for every job, and you have to be able to hold your place in the side for your core skill and core competency. So sometimes dual captaincy is a necessity. Sometimes people even have three different captains for T20 as well. So not every country will be blessed with players who can play each format equally well and captain each format equally well. So it really depends on the availability of that kind of personnel. And either way, we've seen it work work for most countries and sometimes not work. So it's unfortunate. It's just the way cricket has changed.
Awesome. And yes, since this lockdown has been extended, because we thought it's going to get by, say, next month over like that, but still it's, it keeps going high and high, and I think it's going to take till September or whatever. So in that case, what do you think about this T20? Do you think that T20 should probably, it's not good to be this year, probably we have to postpone this next year, something like that, since this lockdown is happening?
Well, yeah. So we really don't know how long these changes will have to last. We don't know how long the coronavirus or COVID-19 will be with us. Will it be seasonal? Will it just disappear like SARS and MERS before? Will there be a vaccine? Will there be effective medicines discovered? Will the virus mutate? We have to be ready and prepared to live with this new normal um, for as long as it takes. So when it comes to cricket and T20 cricket, one of the most fascinating things is that you have full grounds and full stadiums, spectators shouting, cheering, enjoying
Yeah.
themselves at the ground, and the players feed off that emotion and energy. So if you have a tournament where you can't have spectators at the ground, or you need to have specific social distancing in terms of having X number of seats empty or an X amount of space between spectators, you might not have the same atmosphere, that same buzz that you really need at a cricket stadium for a benchmark tournament like the T20 World Cup or the IPL. So
Exactly.
the administrators and the players, everyone's in a very tough position to decide whether you still go ahead and play, because people are desperate for sport, because sport almost kind of tells you that life is back to normal and you can go about your daily activities. But this is a very strange kind of situation, a strange new world almost. So it all depends on whether we will have the more information as to determine, do we postpone it or do we just go ahead. Even if we postpone it, will anything be different? So it's a tough choice to make. I can't commit any way or the other. All I can tell you as a player, and maybe sometimes as a viewer, I would like to have full stadiums, have everyone participating and everyone enjoying, those moments at the
Yeah,
ground. That's
exactly.
not possible at the moment.
Awesome, super. So yes, and coming to this, like I think, and not only the cricketer, I think everyone, whatever aspect we do, I think physical preparation is very important. So when it comes to Sangaji on the last match, how physically you were prepared? Because we saw your farewell speech and all that. So how physically were you prepared to give that speech over?
Well, it's something that you sometimes I didn't plan to say what I said. It just was the spur of the moment. I knew that was the end. I had planned for that to finish, at that particular game, finish my career and retire well beforehand. So it wasn't a really difficult decision to make, although it was an emotional moment.
Definitely. And yeah, the next thing is like, see, as we said, like every person, they would be definitely facing two things in life. One is challenges, another one is at any circumstances, we would be having some kind of injuries. So when being a cricketer, so what was the biggest challenge you had in life? And any moment, unforgettable moment about the injuries part in your life?
I mean, every cricketer has pressure and challenges, and everyone deals with them in different ways. I was lucky that I had quite a good system to get over challenges that I faced on the field, in terms of my career, in terms of batting, in terms of poor form, in terms of victories or losses. So I was quite prepared. So it's a lot to do with being mentally prepared to understand that this is a game and you do win and lose. Sometimes you lose or win really important matches or important moments like World Cups, but still life goes on and cricket goes on and presents you with other opportunities to kind of do better, um, and make up for some of the omissions of the past. Um, at the same time, I think it's really important to stay focused and stay relevant, because injuries are also a huge part, like you said, of any sports person's life. And especially in cricket, they can go two ways. It can take away opportunities or create opportunities. If someone gets injured, there's always someone else to take that person's place. And sometimes an injury could mean the end of your career if it's a serious one. So I haven't had a huge amount of really bad injuries. I've had only one or two that's kept me out for about 6 to 8 weeks. One is I broke my finger against Mitchell Johnson in the Boxing Day Test match in Melbourne, and I had a pin, a plate, and 3 screws inserted into my finger. Then another time I tore my hamstring, and then I had another finger operation. So and also I had another fracture on my hand. So those were the injuries that I had. I've seen players have much more serious injuries.
Awesome. So, yes, have you ever watched Dhoni's movie, the autobiography movie?
No, I heard about
Yeah.
it. I saw the reviews and I saw that a lot of people have enjoyed it, but I'm sorry I haven't watched it.
Oh, okay. Now, based on that, I've just got some questions. Like, okay, if someone is going to suggest, what kind of a title would you like to give autobiography for Sangaji?
There won't be a title because there is no autobiography in the making,
Okay.
nor any kind of film. I think there's a film that is being made on Murali's life. I'm not sure at
Okay.
what stage the filming is at, but that will be an interesting movie that I really want to watch because I'm a great admirer of Murali, and it'll be interesting to see how that movie comes out.
But still, if you're going to take a movie about Sangaji and we're going to start that, so what title would you like to give for that movie? Like, is there anything coming up to your mind?
Nothing. I've never even thought about it, so it's not something that I can tell you off the top of my head. And anyway, it won't be such an interesting movie.
Oh, you don't have to say that. Definitely, it's going to be an interesting one, Sankaji. Okay, and definitely, next one is like I want to ask you a question. Like, since the lockdown is going now, and you've been traveling with one of the cricket player, and suddenly you heard there's a lockdown, and you guys, both of you, have been completely locked in a place. Which cricketer would that be? You're so comfortable, and you'd like to share all your stories. And which cricketer would you so comfortable say?
Well, it's quite a lot of friends that I made. Mahela is a very, very close friend. Tilan Samaravira is another close friend. There are friends from other countries as well. So any one of them would be great to have a chat with. And Mahela and I do a lot of our ventures outside cricket together as well. So we see each other often. So it'll probably mean that he and I will be the ones that probably get
Oh.
stuck.
And I think that would be the best lockdown for you guys, I guess. Don't you think so?
You never know. I think when we used to play, we used to have a lot of arguments and differences of opinion, but we always managed to agree on things at the end. So you never know.
Okay, so super. You gave us a good answers for all the questions, and now you're coming to the rapid fire. I think you should be knowing about this game everywhere. Rapid fire. You got to be quick in answers. You ready, Sanka?
Yes.
All right, super. The first one. Have you ever lied to your cricket coach at any point?
Oh yes.
Okay, I'm not going to ask on that. All right. The fun moment which happened on the stadium. Any funny things happened on the stadium? Would you like to share with us?
There are quite a few funny things that would have happened. We've had dressing room incidents, people walking out with unnecessary protection for very important areas as cricketers. So various little funny things that happened. Yeah, I can't remember exactly one, but quite a few. Yeah.
Quite a few. All right. So, okay, definitely being such a legend. So, definitely you should be having a lot of huge fan following, especially girls. So, has any girl had proposed to you?
No, none.
Oh, you're serious? We can't believe that.
That is very true.
Okay, all right. And whenever you guys are playing cricket, definitely you guys sometimes take your wife to the stadium and all that. So, is there any point when you hit the century, you look at your wife and you're like, whoa, is there any point happen like that?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen my wife, clapping and enjoying the fact that I've scored 100, and she always used to come to all the games that I played, and she went on tour with me almost every time. But there was never an agreement between us, or never an instance where I would turn around and blow her a kiss or something like that. I would just raise my bat, I would see her clapping, and then we'd probably talk about things at home afterwards.
Wow, that's a sweet memories. Wow, super. And we've heard a lot about your dad's, he's been a big booster for you every time. So is there any particular moment whenever you feel low, what is the dad's motivation part would be?
Yeah, it's not about feeling low or anything like that. It's a lot about to do with the technicalities of cricket. So he's been my coach since I was very young. So a lot of times, if I'm struggling with my technique, he'll come and talk to me, and he'll take me to different coaches. I had a good support structure in terms of my wife and my family and friends that really, help with all the low times and even the high times to keep you grounded and on an even keel.
Awesome. All right. So next is like a striking feature. I'm going to say a certain player's name. So the first thing, what comes in your mind? You can share any, whatever would you like to share, all right? So the first thing is Sanat Jayasuriya.
Explosive.
Explosive, all right. Muralidharanji.
Genius.
Genius. Whoa. And yeah, it's Mahela.
Elegant.
Sachin Tendulkar.
Legend.
Dhoni.
First thing, smart.
Smart. All right. Virat Kohli.
Genius.
All right. And yes, the final one, Arjuna Ranatunga.
General.
Wow. And finally, Sangaji.
I don't know.
Can
Don't really
I
have
tell
a word for that.
Oh, I've got something to tell. Can I?
Sure, of course.
Always an humble guy.
Thanks.
Awesome. All right. And seriously, it's been a great honor that you came into our life for us today. Thank you so much for that, Sankaji. But before letting you go, I want to ask you a question. This is from my side to you. Have you ever been to Chennai?
Yes, quite a few times, many times, yes.
Wow. So which are the places you visited in Chennai like?
Usually we don't spend a lot of time going out because we have a lot of training and we have a lot of security as well. So it's very limited. So we've been at the hotel. I think was it the Park?
Okay, the Park Hotel.
Yes,
Yeah.
we've been there and various. Hello?
Yeah, you're there, but I couldn't get your video here.
Oh, sorry. I got a call. I'm on my mobile phone, so
Okay.
it just stopped the video. Let me try again. But can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So we've been around the ground and back to the hotel.
Oh, okay. All right. And would you like to connect again because we're not able to get the video?
Here we go. I've switched my video on.
We couldn't see.
Do you want me to leave and reconnect?
Oh, probably, yeah, we could do that. Okay, Makale, I think our video could disconnect actually. So let's wait for that. And I'm kandipa kete avano because he's been traveled to Chennai. So neri vishay Chennai pati kekla. So yes, he would connect with us very shortly. Oh yeah, he's got to be with us. Oh yeah, you're back again. Yes, Sankaji. So as you said, you've been to Chennai. So have you heard anything about the superstars of Chennai?
The superstars
of Chennai, the actor of Chennai.
Yeah, I've heard of a lot of actors. Rajnikant.
Oh yes, that's what I wanted from you. Yeah, Talaiva. All right, super. So
legend, even Sri Lanka.
Awesome. So Talaiva, so since you said like Talaiva, you've heard about Talaiva. So is there any dialogue you remember of Talaiva's movie, or have you heard any dialogues of Talaiva's movie?
No, unfortunately not. I've seen some scenes once in a while, but other than that, I can't remember any dialogue. I'm sorry.
All right. So since you've come today on live and there's a lot of people is watching you, so I'm going to teach you one dialogue and I want you to do with the modulation. You're ready, Sankaji?
I will try.
All right. Super. Okay. This is the final one. Now, ஒரு தடவை சொன்னா 100 தடவை சொன்ன மாதிரி.
ஒரு தடவை சொன்னார் மாத்ரி?
No. We'll try one more time. Okay. So now, ஒரு தடவை சொன்னா 100 தடவை சொன்ன மாதிரி.
ஒரு தடவை சொன்னா 100 தடவை சொன்ன மாதிரி.
Oh! Okay, that's a famous dialogue of superstar. So yes, and I think it's been a great honor that you've been on our show today, Sankaji. So how has this live been for you?
It's been very good, and thank you very much, Shobs. It was a great pleasure to be on the show.
All right. So, and have you heard anything about another superstar? There's a lot of superstars here, but still there's no time. Ajit sir, Vijay sir, have you heard about all these superstars of Chennai?
I've heard a few names, but I'll have to admit that I'm not extremely familiar.
Okay, yeah, no worries at all. So thank you so much. And as I said in the beginning, it's been a great honor that you've been in our live show today. So thank you so much for that, Sankarji. Thanks a lot.
Best. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye. ஸோ மக்களே ஐ திங்க் சூப்பர்பான ஒரு லைவ் அண்ட் இது உண்மையிலே சொல்ல என்னாலும் இந்த டேட் அண்ட் த டைம் லைஃப்ல மறக்கவே முடியாது. ஸோ தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் ஃபார் சங்காஜி அண்ட் பீப்புள் ஹூ வாட்ச் த ஷோ. தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்.